Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your February 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I had to start over again. That's why the cards are already laid out. The heart of the matter is the World card. This is the final card in the major arcana, and it has the feeling of completion of a cycle. You can see the shape, like that wreath or whatever that is, that's in the shape of a circle, a cycle. And the things that she is holding in her hands are not batons. I thought maybe she was a majorette, but it's actually diplomas. So it's kind of like a graduation of sorts. It can also be traveling the world, long distance traveling. And when I was thinking astrologically, I realized, oh yeah, in the month of February, you're going to have a lot of energy in that ninth house, which is Aquarius for you. And so that makes perfect sense. If you're interested in listening to the astrology of February altogether, you can check out my channel where I have your forecast already posted. So you may be feeling that something is coming to its natural end. In the past position, we have another major arcana card, the Star card, which is connected to Aquarius. So this can also be an Aquarius person who has come into your life. The Star card is about hopefulness, healing. So when someone has been going through a hard time and they start to feel more hopeful or positive about their situation, that can be what this card represents. So what I feel sometimes with these two cards combined is that something comes into your life. The Star card, I think about wishing on a star, or it can be some kind of advice or guidance that you're getting from a loved one who has crossed over, or your spirit guides, that is helping you to be able to end something in your life that has been difficult for you to do so by yourself, where you can just, because it might be like a very important ending. And the top cards here are all major arcana, and they're all dealing with something that may have already transpired. Okay, so looking at it from an astrological perspective, in 2021, you had eclipses in your sign and the opposite sign of Sagittarius. So, for instance, getting divorced, which the Sagittarius is your seventh house of committed partnership. And depending on your particular chart, there might even be the sixth house involved in that. I hesitate to. Maybe the eighth house is more like I'm trying to use my ability to think about that, and I think it's kind of risky for me to do so. But anyway, it may involve more than one house. But certainly, if it's relationship related, you can feel this sense of it's time. I know it's over with, and I don't feel like afraid of change. The higher message is the hangman. So this is looking at from the bigger perspective. The hangman can be letting go and letting God. So if you have a lot of things going on and you feel very anxious about being able to make that change, then that can indicate that sometimes that's exactly what you have to do, that you don't really have a choice. You can't control the situation. Also, with the hangman, it can be that if somebody is leaving you hanging, if somebody is promising something, and this can, run the gamut. It could be a person that you want to be with who always has an excuse why they can't leave their partner, their marriage, or even if they say their marriage is over with, or they can't, somebody else who can't if let's say you're getting divorced, they refuse to give you some kind of, if you refuse to cooperate with you, and or maybe they're kind of jerking you around to kind of get back at you, you can take that initiative. You can be the one that makes that decision to let go of that situation. Also, you can just let go of your need for it to be a certain way. I was also thinking of somebody in the workplace, an employer making an offer to you, but then you're waiting to hear from them. And it's like every time that you call and ask them if they have made their decision, they're making it very vague, and you feel like you're getting jerked around. And it's like, well, you can't control that situation. But what you can control is not allowing it to control you. That's one thing you can control. What crosses you is the Knight of Wands. So, this is what I would say, like if you, using that example of someone who won't commit, and maybe that's what you're waiting for is somebody's commitment, that you are barking up the wrong tree. You've picked someone who doesn't have that within themselves. And, whether it's they're a player and they have no intention of committing, they just want to have fun, sow their wild oats, or whether they have or maybe you've misunderstood what they represent. And you just assumed that you were going to have a relationship with this person, but there was never any indication of that. You just were kind of hoping for it. In some cases, you may not be bold enough. You may be being too fear-based and cautious. And this is going to be true for the Gemini people who have inner planets in Cancer or Taurus, where you just want more guarantees before you stick your neck out on something. Gemini itself is going to be more like that Knight of Wands. So if there's something kind of blocking you from being more adventurous and not worrying too much about outcomes, but just expressing yourself, being who you are, then it probably is something like that. And of course, if it's part of your nature, it's part of your nature, but you don't have to fan the flames and emphasize it even more so by your behavior. You can be more, you can have more courage. And that's, to me, the Knight, to me, is someone that is like a warrior. And that means that you stand for what is important to you. What is coming in is a Four of Pentacles. This is a card of financial security. So if this is some kind of an inheritance situation, this bodes well for that, or even like a divorce where you have been concerned about how are we going to divide the money, or am I going to be okay without this additional sum of money. That would suggest that you will be a good steward of your money, and you won't be excessive, and you will be able to keep that continuity going. The number 4 is connected to Saturn. So it's all about having good discipline in finances and having that foundation that can serve you in the future. And we have another money card as the outcome. The 9 of Pentacles is a good omen for financial independence. So yeah, I mean, it's possible that those top cards are something to do. That's why I said, like with an inheritance, that you're waiting for it, but you don't know when it's going to happen. Like waiting for the money, or waiting for any kind of money that is due to you, but you're fearing that the fact that something is over with is, making you a little bit more insecure about it. Like, for instance, if somebody has left a job and maybe they initiated this and they are not sure if they're going to get like a severance package or something, this would suggest that you would get that. Or retirement, like, can I make it? But I feel like, I mean, yeah, of course that could be for sure some people that have retired, and that's a stage in their life that it's a new stage for them. Is this ending of their formal employment, but it still shows that you can afford it. You can thrive even with the Nine of Pentacles. It's a good money card. So, and so is the Four of Pentacles, by the way. So, yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very good reading. I mean, the cards that I drew are very good overall. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I do a lot of astrology readings. Even though I do tarot, I do a lot of astrology readings as part of my private readings. And sometimes I combine them with the tarot. You can find out more information about my readings at the link below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.